On Saturday, March 23rd, Apex Poetry League presents a battle that could change everything. We have Nick Austin, aka Bars, versus Mello Jones. There's only one city this battle can take place in, and that's Philadelphia, at the legendary Heroes Market Enterprise. There's only one way to catch this battle live, is to be there. 25 at the door, 24 advance tickets. Which poet truly show they at the Apex?
Welcome to Apex Poetry League. I am Lexx Unapologetically. We are here because we have a face-off with Nick Austin, aka Bars, and also Mello Jones. All right, we want to start this question off with Bars. What makes you want to do this battle?
Iron sharpens iron, man. And so last year, I ain't gonna hold you, I feel a type of way. All right, there was this top 20 list that was dropped, and I was not number one at the end of the day. I was number two, according to the person that made the list that shall remain anonymous. And I was like, yeah, man, I started this poetry league, and I was just like, I need, the cream of the crop. So I was like, man, I want to do my homie at number one, do him dirty just yet. So I was like, all right, let me go at number three, and it was this gentleman over here. So I was just like, all right, this is going to be great because I already know that he's going to push my pen to get to where it needs to get, where I can carry that energy for the rest of the year. Mm-hmm.
So speaking of this list, Mello, how do you feel about being number three?
I don't believe in numbers. I don't think they exist. So, depending on who you ask, it's going to be a different 20 every time. I'm honored to be on anybody's list, to be honest. But at the same time, I don't really want to be number one. I always want to strive towards somebody. But I saw a clip, and it was a poet talking, and he said he had a hit list. And my name came up. And I'm not really like a confrontational writer. But I'll never turn down somebody telling me I'm on a hit list. You know what I'm saying? So here I am.
All right. Well, how do you feel about this?
Shit. I wonder who made that list, man. That's wild,
Crazy.
I got a Mount Rushmore, but I think you do got to keep a hit list out there, I can't be Bars and not, show people why they call me Bars.
So people have Mount Rushmores, and people have all NBA lists and whatnot. I have hit lists, okay? I have poets that piss me off every time I see them spit because they'll do something where I'm like, man, why didn't I think of that? I always tell them when I see them, like another poet is Mello Jones, another one like that, where they just do something crazy. I'm just like, so you really just gonna disrespect my pen like that? All right, cool. Say less, and then that gives me energy to go back in the lab and go crazy and craft it and all that stuff. I'm cool with numbers. I'm on. I grew up watching Pokemon. I'm trying to be the very best, like no one ever was. And to be the best, you got to beat the best. And so I'm just working my way up, and it's gonna be a journey. But I'm ready. I'm hungry, man. The plate right in front of me, and all I see is food. Straight like that, man.
Some mushrooms are poisonous. You can't just go around eating everything that look like food.
It's true.
Shit'll surprise you. Just a thought, just a thought.
So do you feel like you're ready?
I was born ready. I think I've been preparing for this battle since the day I first opened my eyes and had oxygen in my lungs. I think that it's going to be lit. I think it is going to be epic on both sides. I think the people are in for a show. They're in for a movie. Like, it's going to be crazy, And I think I'm not finished because even when I have my stuff finished, like, I'm constantly changing. Like, I won't be surprised if I don't freestyle, like, during the battle. Like, kind of just like, because you're going to throw some audibles, Like, you never know what your opponent gonna do. You know, what if you like attack it from this angle and then they also attack me, like, I gotta switch it up, you know, da. You gotta feed off of the energy of the crowd too. So it's gonna be like, it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be a lot of ups and downs, but it's gonna be one hell of a battle.
I hope your next question is not who I think is going to win, because I'm biased. I don't really have an answer, like, because on one hand I want to say Bars, but on the other hand I gotta say Mello, because I mean, I think it just depends on how the rounds go, what they do, what they pull out. But you know, Bars be standing on business, and you know, but Mello be like, watch this, motherfucker. So like, I just think that this is the battle for the century. I think that it's going to be amazing.
So it sounds like you're also ready. What makes you think you're ready?
I don't believe in ready.
What do you believe in?
Myself.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to be altering and changing this up until I'm actually saying it. Like, the energy in the room is going to adjust some things. He's going to adjust some things. It's going to be a constant chameleon match here. We're both pretty going on the improv tip. So, yeah, ready is just a mindset. Either you down to do it or you ain't. And I'm down to do it. So, it's going to be what it is until it ain't.
Okay. I mean, that's a good answer. So we have 3 rounds, correct?
Yeah, 3 rounds.
What are the categories for these rounds?
Are we revealing the categories now?
Are we?
We can. You know.
In suspense.
You know, we gonna keep it in suspense.
I don't get. You know,
one.
I'm with all things.
We can reveal one of them. So,
Give us one.
you know, league owner hat real quick. So what we didn't, because we didn't reveal too much about the event, but each round is gonna have a theme. You know, so we're not just spitting just anything. So I'll give you the first round. So the first round, the theme is blackness. Okay, so each round, both poets will spit on the same theme, you know, from however you want to take it. You know, we're going to hear this a whole bunch of different. That's what I like about Mello. Like, you could say that the theme was, I don't know, like flowers or something. But he not just going to give you like, oh, I'm going to just spit about roses. Nah, it's going to be this deep metaphor about peeling back the layers, the petals hitting the floor, and how love has thorns, like all this. Like, he going to take it to a whole nother atmosphere, you know? So, like, y'all don't know what finna happen. Like, it's just, even that blackness, like, it's not going to be what you think, like, at all. Like, I can tell you from what I'm writing, yeah, it's going to go crazy, man.
I think that's part of the thrill of it. It's like, what are we going to get? Especially with these 2 crazy pins that sit right here with us. Y'all have no idea. I have no idea what we're in for. I'm just excited because this is about to be beyond epic. Now I'm like, blackness? They probably not talking about nothing about black people. I don't think so. Look at the laughs. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm right on that one.
I'm just laughing. You know.
I remember when I first met Mello, I was at Bob's spot, right? Introduce yourself. He had an award ceremony. You know what I mean? I was one of the first poets to go on stage. I blessed it. I did Preacher Man and I did F You, right? Did my thing, right? Mello went up that night and killed it, right? Killed it. But he came to me right, afterwards, right? I don't know if he remembered this, you know what I mean? Came to me, he said, look, man, you was dope. I wasn't going to perform tonight, but I saw what you was doing. But I had to let you know, you ain't the only one here go with bars. I mean, you ain't the only one here who, you know what I mean, what you mean? Like, it was his turf, right? And I like that, because, you know, the world I come from, you know, 13th Dolphin, PA Park at, you know, be ready for war. So when I seen that, I'm like, oh, he a lion. He a lion.
All right, so with this face-off, we have Mello Jones and Bars. Bars, who else would you like to see?
Like, see competing in the ring or see me against in the ring? Me against? Sheesh. Dang, I can't reveal the whole hit list.
Just give us one.
Hit list. See, I can't. Next on the hit list, I mean, I can just take it there, man. We just gonna go straight to it, man. I'm coming for the Poet Bull. All right, like, number 1, number 2, like, you know, we don't believe in numbers and whatnot, but like, the performances speak for themselves, man. Bro just went crazy at First Fridays. Shout out to Heroes Mart. And yeah, I love bro, but nah, man, got a Nino Brown on, man. He gonna be the G Money in this, It's just that's probably next on my list, man. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen.
What about you, Mello?
Black Chakra.
Ooh, no hesitation.
Black Chakra.
I like that.
Black Chakra. I don't need to say anything else. Like that's to me. If you're going for the level of aggression and skill and creativity it takes to be able to take down anybody, that's where I gotta aim. That's where I have to aim.
Black Chakra, the poet boy. Nothing else to be said.
Straight like that, man.
I got a question. What would you like the people to know coming into this whole thing?
I want them to know that they about to have a really good time, really good vibes, some music, but I don't want them to come into this like it's just any old poetry event. No disrespect to other poetry events, but this ain't the place to be snapping. This ain't the place to be quiet and sitting, nah, this is Apex Poetry League is the perfect blend of battle rap and poetry, and just clashing together. So, like, if you hear a line that you want to go crazy for, react, go crazy, tell them, run that shit back. We're going to have a time limit, but we have a dedicated timekeeper, pause the time if they need to do some run backs. But it's going to be epic. And I think what's really important to let the people know as far as potential future competitors, as well as the people, the fans. We need the fans there because ain't no judges, all right? Technically, the fans is the judges, all right? It's just like in battle rap, man. Like, we gonna go at it, and whoever y'all think won them 3 rounds is who you think won them 3 rounds. Everybody gonna come away, feeling how they feel, but I think it's gonna be clear who's gonna win this battle, all right? I ain't gonna say who I think gonna win, but I think it's clear who's gonna win the battle, all right? But yeah,
So Mello, any final thoughts?
When Goliath got up off the ground, he probably just had the thought of like, I know I'm gonna win this. Knocked out his head freshly, like just you know what I mean? Like he probably just was thinking that shit, and then it just went away. And then as he was getting up, he was like, "Wow, I didn't expect that." So I'm not saying I'm going to win or lose, because winning or losing is all perspective, but I ain't going to get embarrassed. I ain't going to leave here feeling like, damn, I'm trash. Oh, no, that ain't going to happen. So whatever does happen is going to happen, and you should be here to see that, because it's going to be something that you have not seen before. This is an element that is missing from poetry that's always been in poetry. There's always had that underlying competitive, like, man, that piece, they giving him all that love, I think I can outdo. It's always been that underline. So instead of having an underline, let's just bring it to the forefront. You know what I mean? Just head to head, may the best man, woman win. It is what it is.
Facts.
Well, y'all heard it here, so make sure y'all join us on March 23rd. Doors will open at 6 p.m. The show will start at 7 p.m. Be here early. You're going to want to get as close to you possibly can get.
So people have Mount Rushmores, and people have all NBA lists and whatnot. I have hit lists, okay? I have poets that piss me off every time I see them spit. Mello Jones, where they just do something crazy. I'm just like, so you really just gonna disrespect my pen like that? All right, cool.
Red line on the thermometer, keep rising up so much higher than 98.9 a year. Gotta starve a cold, right? But I gotta feed this fever.
Weave together a thick enough rope to tie around my arm, slide the butterfly needle directly into my ego and watch me metamorphosize into an endorphin high.